really, really want to thank the students here. I thought this year you guys were amazing. This year we really felt like we had a home, and it was because of you. A lot of people did not want to come here because of the crowd, okay? And I remember last year, this time, it was a Tuesday. We were going to play Tatnall. And it was about 4:30-ish, and I was sitting at my kitchen table, just wondering, okay, how can I get the guys up? You know, we're going to talk about competing. What are we going to do? And then my daughter walks in and she says to me, Dad, why are you still here? Don't you have a game today? I said, yes, that's why I'm still here. I didn't want to come up because I didn't know what to say to the guys to get them to play and compete. But this year has been totally different. There's not one time that I had to say to these guys, let's go and compete. All our conversations now are, let's dominate. Let's dominate on every possession. Let's dominate in every way that we can. And this year, it has happened. All right, we started off the season, I use our season as in 4 quarters. Our first quarter, we started off, we had football players. Our first game against Westtown, the score was 29-31. Had a bunch of coaches call me the next day, how'd you keep the score down? I said I had 10 football players. We played football basically. Because we couldn't score the ball, but we could hit you. What we did was we hit people, we fouled them, and hoped they missed. And it worked. It worked for the most part. Second quarter of the season, I think we won 10 out of 11. All right, we started to come together. Third part, which was interesting, we played Red Lion, who was number 1 in the country, number 1 in the state, and then we played Sanford the game after. Red Lion, if you haven't seen them, they had 6 or 7 guys over 6'5", super athletic. I went and scouted them 4 times, and every time I saw them, I was like, they're huge. Thinking that every time I see them, they would get smaller. But every time I saw them, I'm like, wow, they're huge. And that's all I can say. But when we started, we played that game, and we started off on a 7-2 run. We led at halftime, okay? The only problem, one of the guys receiving the awards, which I find very funny, one of the guys receiving the awards decided that day that he wanted to turn into Ray Allen. It's the 6'8" guy we have. He wanted to stand outside and shoot 3 pointers. No problem. I believe in basketball players. You are a basketball player. If you believe that you can stand out there and make 3 pointers, shoot it, okay? But that day just didn't happen to go in. No problem. It happens. It's okay. So the next day in practice, I say, what's going on? Why are you? It's okay to come inside. Why are you out there? And he said, one of the best quotes of the year. In my country, where I'm from, I was the best shooter. And I said, in my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but I'll say it now. I said, yeah, when you were 12. This is different. Let's get you back inside. Next game, we play. The first time he touches the ball, guess what he does? He shoots a 3-pointer. It goes in. But that's the type of confidence that our team has had. And no one's on the team has had any doubt. All right. Our last game, a game in the middle, we played Mount Pleasant. All right, I'm gonna talk about 2 games. We're playing Mount Pleasant, down 10, and North Wilmington. Very tough place to play. Down 10, the crowd's rowdy. I look at Mr. Roach, and we're like, what are we gonna do? This game can make our season. All right. We cut the lead, we get the lead. There's about 10 seconds. They have the ball on the sideline. I tell our guys, protect the basket, just make sure they don't get a layup. And I see this right now in slow motion. They take the ball out from the side. Everybody's playing great defense. Our 6'8" safety / tight end thinks that he can go and steal the ball. So they pass it, and in the slow motion, it's like, and I'm looking at Tad and Mr. Miller, and I'm like, no. No. And he goes for the ball, and he misses it. The guy gets the ball, 3 seconds left, takes one dribble and jumps up to dunk it. Boom! The ball hits the back of the rim. We win. We win. And that's what type of season we had. We played Tatman the other day, down. Down 2. Classic moment. Classic. This is classic. I think this will go down in SAS history. Down 5, 53 seconds. Their ball. We steal the ball. Jahar hits a three-pointer. They miss 2 free throws after they've been 14 for 14 the whole day. They miss 2 free throws. We get the ball back 30 seconds. They have no timeout. We have one. They say, should we call a timeout? I said, no, let our guys play. Inside, I'm screaming. Outside, look cool as can be. Play on. So they go, and they've been calling X the whole game. X. So I figure out, okay, it's not that hard. X means they're going to double team. So I have D, which I'm known for saying, D! Because he never hears me, so I'm like, D! Switch sides. So I push D over to the other side very calmly, so if you're looking from the outside, it looks like I really know what I'm doing. D, go to the other side, push Jahar over there. 7 seconds left. Austin passes it to Kyrie. Kyrie takes one dribble, passes it to Jahar. Jahar hits a three-pointer at the buzzer. Our fans, it was at their gym, but our fans go crazy. You would think that there was 300 people from St. Andrews there, and it was probably about 25 people. So we beat Tatno at Tatno, which was a very important game. Jahar steps up, makes 5 three-pointers, we win the game. So it's been that type of season. We play today. It's a very important game. We win today. It's a good chance we make the playoffs. And I do want to let these guys know, this is how special this team is. They, for the most, 95% of them have changed their flights to be a part of our playoff run. And I think that the culture of St. Andrews is changing. Just the idea that you would change your flight on your vacation to play basketball is special. Right now, I'd like to give out the 4 awards. For JV, we have Nana, who received the MVP. We have the most improved, I think we received it last year, was Martin Millspot. The MVP, I do have to say a little bit about this kid, Austin. Real quick story. I'm training him all summer, and then everybody's like, you have to go see him play, you have to see him play, you have to see him play. I'm like, well, I train him, I see him play every day. It's like, no, you have to go and see him. So I go see him play, and mind you, he's the biggest guy out there by far. I walk to the gym, he's like, everybody's here is huge. He's pretty big. So he's playing, their team's winning by 25 points. He could easily score 80 points, easily. He has about 20 points. They put the last guy in the game, the last guy on their bench, they put him in the game, and Austin does everything he can to make sure this kid scores. This kid scores, and you would think that they won the national championship. And from that moment, I'm like, this kid is what St. Andrews needs at this school. And he's brought that with the team. He's been unselfish, just like the rest of the guys. So he receives our MVP. And then our Coaches Award goes to Whiting Tennis, which, I mean, the guys that I'm saying, 3 out of the 4, I'm not going to name the one, but 3 out of 4, I will let my daughter date. Nana, Whiting, Marty, Austin. You guys figure it out. Come on up, guys.